All right, what's up, guys? This is I don't even know what week it is anymore. Because you know what, as I was filming these videos earlier this week, I realized that I missed a week. So I actually don't know what week this is. And I think this is actually week 8 when I've said it was week 7. So with that being said, I don't know where the fuck I am right now. So we're just gonna fucking just say it's dynamic effort lower. I know that much. What week I'm in, I don't fucking know. Anyway, we're gonna get started. It's a fucking hot one today, if you can't tell. I'm wearing a tank top on a leg day. I'm like breaking every rule of the gym dictionary right now because I also have fucking flip-flops on. I haven't even put my shoes on yet. I also just don't really feel like it, to be honest with you. So we're just gonna rock it as is. And if I feel like it's fucking me up a little bit, then I'll put shoes on. But until then, I don't really care. So with that being said, chains on a straight bar, no safety squat bar. Oh shit. Straight bar, 12 sets of 2. Previous record, I believe 185, and it was pretty fast. It was like 0.89. I'm pretty sure it was 185. It was either 185 or 195. I can't remember right now. I think the 195 was for the deadlift, I think, which we're doing after. But anyway, 185 at like 0.89. I'm going to try and juice it up to like 190, 195, depending on how it feels. To a box, which I'm currently sitting on. And yeah, that's it, dude. It's another short one, so it's squat, deadlift. I was about to say bench press. Woo! Squat, deadlift, and then we got some lunges. And then we're moving into back extensions, which I got a little surprise for y'all on that one. We're going to rig something up and see how much of a clusterfuck it is. So anyway, OVR is already set up, so we're going to go ahead and hop under here. Bar 135. Just jump straight there, right? And then probably just straight to 185, see how the 185 moves. And then go to 190 or 195 from there. Yeah. And we'll count the 185 as part of the 12 total because it's so close. That's normally what I do anyway. So anyway, 12 sets of 2, 45 to 60 second rest, high bar, as expected. Which this bar actually looks a little high. Might need to bring this down just a little bit. Well, maybe not. As long as I'm able to do that. That box is awfully close though. Chains could probably go up maybe 1. Yeah, we'll see. One thing at a time. I know I did 1 extra there just because. Yeah, so I'll probably jack this up 1 more, I think. Oh no, that's floating. I don't like it when it's floating. So we'll go back down to what it was. Was I registering reps? I was not. Why not? Why were you not registering reps? Hello. What's going on? What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Oh, it's frozen for some reason. What happened? Oh, we had some technical difficulties, but I think we're all good now. Yeah, the second one was a little slow. I mean, first one wasn't too bad either. So what we'll do is we're going to jump up to 190. We're going to jump up to 190. And again, I'm going to count this one. So we have 11 more sets to go. And what I'm thinking is I'll probably speed up by the time we hit like set 5, 6, somewhere around there. Because the first one was 0.85, which is already slower than my average. So I'll just chalk it up to not really being warmed up yet. But, you know, it is what it is. I could also just put my shoes on because I might feel more stable in my shoes, so I might do that too. Or just try harder. Yeah, see, we sped that one up already. So 12 sets of 2 puts us at 24. 22 left, 20 left, so we'll go, yeah, we'll go to 22 here. Kind of see how it feels. I'm gonna stick around in the flip-flops. I'm not gonna put shoes on. We're just gonna man up and watch me regret it. And I'm looking for like 45 to 60 here in between sets. 45 to 60 kind of just gives us a range where, like, depending on how we feel, we can either go right away or wait a little bit longer. I don't necessarily like rigid rest times. Just like I don't necessarily like rigid rep ranges either. Even though when I say stuff like, you know, whatever, sets of this, sets of that, at the end of the day, I am kind of lenient with the reps, either less or more, depending on how I feel. I want to be able to view my average here. It's showing my peak, but that's okay. I'm already sweating bullets. But luckily, the squats are feeling good. Hopefully, deadlifts feel just as good. Deadlifts is normally the one that feels like shit. But it's feeling pretty good at least. Pretty good. I need more oxygen. Sucking it all in. But yeah, it's hot out recently. It's gotten really hot. If you don't already know, I do live in Florida, and kind of odd because we had a pretty intense winter, if you can believe it. And normally when we have really cold winters, the summers aren't that bad. The summers kind of chill out, no pun intended. But this year, we had a cold winter, but then it got hot as crap too. Normally it doesn't work like that. So, but that's how it happened this year. So, and boy, is it hot. Yeah. But luckily, that's why I have that fan over there. So at least it's pushing some air around, so it's not so like stagnant in here. Oh yeah, that's one of the downsides of training in a garage, right? Because you don't have any natural airflow. So it's kind of a sacrifice you have to make, you know. But luckily, with the fan, it does make it a little more trainable in here. I mean, if you guys can believe it, I actually trained in this garage without a fan for 2 years. 2 years, no fan. There's like a sweat box in here, man. I mean, it's already like a sweat box, but like you can imagine, like, oh, dude, it was almost a safety hazard because like you'd be so wet, like hands and feet and stuff, that you'd actually be like sliding on shit. Which, you know, working with heavy weights on a barbell, like, dude, I'm surprised I actually didn't hurt myself during that time. It's actually a little faster on that second one. You can believe it. We're at 10 reps. So we got, what, 12 more to do? Oh, one thing I was thinking about earlier today was one of the things with dynamic effort, you know, it's funny because you see people try the conjugate method that are like new to training. And while I do think in the right context with the right application, West Side conjugate, quote unquote, does work for newbies. There's a lot of coaching that has to go into it, and there's a lot of modification that has to go into it to make it work. Because one of the major issues is severely underloading your dynamic effort. And a lot of the times, when you're super weak, relatively, getting faster doesn't really help. Getting stronger does. And I think we talked about this before in a prior video. Like, if you're stupid strong, getting fast does help you get stronger. But when you're weak, relatively, getting faster doesn't really help, because your motor control and your, what's the word, like your ability to like recruit motor units is super low or poor. And so trying to move fast is just sloppy. It's just sloppy, and you're not really getting a whole lot out of it force-wise. So I think in those applications, literally just getting stronger, and then like sub-max work, which is just volume. It's just volume at a more moderate rep range. Benefits those people more. But you know, it's cool. It's cool to look at the template and be like, yeah, dude, dynamic. Yeah, I'm trying to be fast as fuck. But it's like, that's not really how it works for you, though. You know, Westside was created for a very specific population. And obviously, with some modification, it can work for a wide variety of people. Eight more reps. Is that 4 sets? 4 sets to go? I was just thinking about that today. Because realistically, I mean, all this is just sub-max practice. But the thing is like, if you load this too light, it doesn't really do anything. It has to be heavy enough to warrant some sort of adaptation. And albeit we've seen in like hypertrophy, like, you know, you can use as low, what is it, like 30 or 40% of your 1 rep max to like see gains. I mean, that's not the point, you know what I mean? But like, you are going to see some gains with light weights, but the goal is not to purposefully train light. It's just lighter. Sub-max work. I mean, that's really all it is. I need to grab some water real quick. Oh man, we are sweating like a hog already. But yeah, you're gonna want to load this heavier than you think. You know, because Westside makes the recommendation between like 40 and 50%. Well, I think they push it all the way up to like 60, like straight weight on the bar. But then they add accommodating resistance on top of it. So they're still getting at like at the top, they're still getting into like 70 to 85%. So the loading is still there. And for them, it's more logical because they have the suit supporting them at the bottom where the chains and bands deload, right? So like, that's the logic there. Whereas if you're a raw lifter, this doesn't really translate that well, aside from just reducing your overall joint stress. Because taking, you know, 225, for example, through a full range of motion for high volume taxes the joints. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? But if the joint stress starts to interfere with your regular training, now it's a problem because it's interfering with other stuff. And that's not the same as like trying to be a hybrid athlete where it's like, oh, the interference is just a part of training. Because in that case, yeah, that's just kind of a sacrifice that you have to make to be strong and endurant. But in this case, you don't want it to interfere, you want it to supplement. So it shouldn't be affecting you that way. That's why if you're a raw lifter, you should still use the accommodating resistance because it gives your joints a break. We got one more. But what was I saying? I'm trying to remember. Really, you don't want the weight to be too light because then you end up basically just doing nothing. You know, 2 reps isn't enough at lightweight to do anything. Like, it has to be heavy enough to ingrain good motor patterns, right? Like, it's the old vicious cycle where a lifter, you know, goes to a 1RM or whatever, notices some breakdown, fuck it, strip the bar. I'm gonna work at 60% to fix my technique. And they do that for like 6 months. They go back to the weight that they previously did. Their technique is still fucked. And they're like, what the fuck? It's because you trained with weights that were so light that the technique, the motor control doesn't stick because it's not taxing enough. It has to be heavy enough so that you can adequately address those motor patterns. If it's not heavy enough, then it doesn't matter. Oh, that last one was tough. But that's why, you know, novices will be forever novices in that regard because they strip it down so low. Oh, excuse me. That whatever technique they have doesn't matter. They can lift it however they want. It's going to go up. Like, that's why when you start to see breakdown over 80%, good. Because especially if it's not a max, like you're able to rep it, think about what's happening and try to fix it. Like when you guys see me do like the 1RM bench that we just did 2 days ago. Remember when I sat up from that max, was like I felt my left glute pop up a little bit, and I tried to keep it locked down as I grinded. That weight is sub-max enough to where I can stop mid-rep and think, fuck, leg drive, fuck, glutes, keep it there. And try and lock this connection in. Under a true max, your brain shuts off in that regard. Like, it's not thinking about that shit. It's just thinking, I do this or I die, right? Obviously, it's a little bit of an exaggeration, but like, that's basically how that goes. So like, you got to find that sweet middle ground where you're able to still think and be like, oh fuck, that's what I need to do, and push. Getting reps there in that zone is how you improve. Rant over. Let's go. Same deal, guys. 12 by 2 on straight bar, barbell deadlift. Previous 195, and the average was like 0.84, I think. And so still within my range, so I'm going to add some load. We're going to just go to 200 though. It's not going to be much. So I'm going to go from 195 to 200 and see if we can at least maintain the speed. If not, maybe at least 0.8. We'll see. I've been fucking up deadlift a lot lately, so hopefully I'm able to stick to those expectations. Otherwise, well, you know, fuck. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway. 135 on the bar. We're going to go 135, 185 as warm-ups. Straight to 200 for the 12 by 2. And, yeah, let's fucking get it, dude. Seems fast enough. Twelve sets of 2. 30-second rest in between. $15 extra pounds shouldn't be too bad based on how that felt, but you never know. I say that now, but you know, 6 sets in, we'll see. Take those off just so I don't go throwing them around. Seems we're fast enough. We're at 1.6. I think the little break between reps feels good too, so I'm going to keep doing that, like up at the top. Chains are getting in the way a little bit. And my nose is running. Second one's always faster, oddly enough. Yeah, second one's always faster. Never fails. Rep 2 is faster, man. Oh. Look at that. Sucking air. Yeah, keep getting tossed around by those chains. They keep falling in. They get caught underneath the 45 and they roll into my shin. Nice and fast. Oh, that was super fast. What the fuck? That second one was super fast. Conventional is definitely feeling pretty strong. Stronger than my sumo. I've been doing a lot of technique work on my deadlifts. I think it's paying off a lot. But one of the things about technique work in general, you know, technical mastery, it's just putting in the hours. Really. Some people catch on faster than others, which is why sometimes you'll see these teenagers that are just brutally fucking strong. They just latch onto that technique really well. Whereas some other people, it takes them a few years to catch on to a technique that works. Oh yeah, this is going to be 18 reps here. That's way better. Yeah, you know, over the years, your technique gets better and better. So you get literally better at the movement. You get stronger. And I think with how this movement feels, I think this year I'll hit 500 on conventional, which is how everything feels. I think it's there. I do. I think it's there. I can pull 500 on other variations. So like the capacity is there. That's why I think it was just a technique issue with conventional. Yeah, there it goes, rolling around again. Get out of the way. Yeah, now it's all fucked up. Only downside of that shit. What are we at? Oh, I still got 2 more sets of this shit. I feel drenched, dude. My whole body's just soaking wet. It's funny, this chain stays out of the way. This one constantly slides in. Fastest one, right there. That was the fastest one. I do think 500's there though, which I don't know if it's there on sumo, ironically. I think sumo has the capacity, because I've pulled 500 sumo before, when I was like in my peak powerlifting phase, and I haven't hit it since, oddly enough. But I also don't train it that hard. Well, I don't train that hard in general anymore. There you go. Rolling again. Get the fuck out of the way. This goes rolling away. See ya. All right. Let's see what we managed. 0.82. So I think we were just 0.02 slower than prior at 5 pounds heavier. So that's cool. We're gonna pack everything up. I'm gonna bring the step out because we're doing reverse lunges. But it's front foot elevated. So we'll have the step out. We're gonna start up there. We'll step off, reverse lunge, step back up. That's gonna be 8 reps per side. I believe the record is 80. So I'm gonna go for 85. And I'll probably do 65 first. Kind of see how it feels. 65 is a good amount of weight, where I think we'll see how the hips feel in that position. And then just go straight to 85 and fucking get after it. That's the plan. So I'll be back for that. And then we just have back extensions. A little surprise for you at the end. All right, guys. This is the step right here. So we're gonna be up here like this, dumbbells in hand. We step off, reverse lunge, 8 each side. It's non-alternating. So all that means is, we start on the left leg, the weak side. We do all 8 reps on the left leg. Take a break if needed, not long, 10 to 20 seconds, whatever, and then do the other side. You don't have to take a break. I normally don't. It just depends on how I'm feeling. If I feel like I'm about to fucking throw up, I take a break. All right, and we are doing 65 first. 65 first, which is going to be 130 total, obviously. Quick math. And then we're jumping to 85 for the PR. Because I don't remember how difficult this was. I mean, 80 on a lunge, I mean, it sounds heavy, but it doesn't sound like it would kill me. But we'll see. Dumbbells normally feels harder than like a barbell. So like when I do like, you know, like SSB reverse lunges, that normally doesn't feel that bad because obviously the load is, you know, displaced across your spine. But when you're doing dumbbells, dumbbells fucking sucks. So we'll see how it goes. Oh man, that's kind of heavy already. I'm just gonna do 4. Oh yeah, baby, that's a heavy dumbbell. Let's fucking go. I like it. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh. Taking a quick break. Give me 10. Give me 10. Catch my breath real quick. I'm gonna tighten these back up. Just need a little breather. I got it. There's smooth tempo. I don't like rushing it. I like to be as controlled as possible, right? So, let's go. Strong side. All right, guys. After a little bit of rigging, I was able to come up with this. So as you guys know, I have a low row and a lat pull down. So I thought to myself, I was like, damn, I wonder if there's something I can attach to the low row so I could do like a cable loaded back extension. And really, like, it's not like the dumbbells were a problem, but I'm getting up to a point where I can do 100 pounds on the dumbbells, and my dumbbells only go up to 125 pretty comfortably. So I was like, okay, well, I guess now is probably a good time to start loading on cables if I can. And so yeah, I threw 90 pounds on the sled, which I think the sled itself is like 20 pounds or something like that. So it's like technically 115 to lift the whole thing. But anyway, I put a lat bar, like my straight one, on a daisy chain, and seems to work pretty well. I'm heavy enough to weigh it down, although I do get a little bit of lift off the back end. So I'm about to throw a 25 on, or maybe a plate just to balance it a little bit better. But I'm gonna do one more set for you guys. You're welcome. Just so you can see it in action, because it's pretty fucking sick. I haven't really decided what to do with my arms, because I obviously get a little more ROM when I bend my arms, but I don't really want to do an isometric bicep flex like the whole time, you know what I mean? So straight arms obviously feels better, but the ROM is a little less, but I don't know if it's not enough, or I don't know if it's not enough ROM where I would, you know, it wouldn't be any different than doing it with bent arms. So I'm just kind of doing it as is. Low back is already fucking smoked just from the one set, and so are my glutes. So We're gonna do one more set though, just so you guys can see. And I am gonna throw a 25 on there real quick before I forget to help weigh me down just a little bit more. Ugh. We get to work. All right. So I get up here first because I can't really grab it and then get on the back extension. I have to get on the back extension first, and then I just reach down here, grab it. I grab close to the middle. I don't grab the ends. Oh, I'm doing a little spinal decompression real quick. Oh, fuck, that feels great. Oh. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna hang out here for just a second. Oh, nice. Okay. So then from here, basically what I'm talking about is like I just keep my arm straight and I don't go down this low because it technically bottoms out like right here, give or take. And I think this is full ROM for the most part. So, all right, we're doing 10. Man, I don't know about you, bro, but that feels fucking awesome. Well, anyway, that's it for me. So, I'm feeling good. Feeling worn out. Legs are sore. Everything hurts due to soreness. But it feels good to be back in the saddle. So, I got nothing to report on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. A little bit of a mix-up. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.